Imagine spending years honing your craft, hours of late nights drawing to get that one part to look a certain way, for it to invoke a certain emotion. Imagine doing all that and people still calling your hard work talent. Well, that just makes it seem like you spent your time doing absolutely nothing. What I've just described as the artist's dilemma. You see, artists rarely get praised for the actual hard work they do. That's probably taken them thousands of hours to refine and master. They instead get praised with screams of how talented they are, almost making all those long nights obsolete and meaningless. Well, to help you understand the origin story of artists as a whole, I believe Blue Period can help you understand artists on a level that could possibly even change your opinion on artist work in general. Now granted, as of recording only episode 1 is out, however that still doesn't negate the potential of this series. We start with a diligent delinquent who drinks beer and watches football in Shinjuku until the sun goes up, but somehow still manages to get high test scores because despite his delinquent lifestyle, he's actually a very hard worker. The reason he tries so hard is because his family can't afford for him to go to school, so my assumption is he's working very hard to get a full ride scholarship, as this hasn't been made clear in the series yet. After we realize why he's working so hard, we then get to a point where he ridicules the fine arts until he stumbles across a painting that he finds absolutely magnificent, and he even takes a second to look and admire what someone's 2 hands could do with some colours and some time on their hands. He then proceeds to make the same mistake that we all do, and he perceives this as talent, yet he doesn't really understand the truly nuanced nature of art itself. After this, you almost see the main character locked in a barrier of himself, wanting to communicate but having no form of true expression, smoking because his friends smoke and not caring about things in order to appease his surroundings, and for a while he was content with living like this. One day on his early morning bend of drinking in Shinjuku, he compliments the beautiful blue that presents itself in the early mornings, but one day he decides to take initiative and draw what he interprets as Shinjuku for an art project, and for the first time he was truly able to communicate using his truest form of expression. Now, as dramatic as that sounds, we can't ignore the fact that many great artists may have probably gone through the same thing, feeling so horrible that they can't communicate with the world and not being able to show the truest form of themselves. This is why some art pieces can move an audience or speak volumes to the masses and convey an important message. All of that can be done through art, and I think this anime could be an overall fun and honest experience, not just about art but about being true to yourself and trying things in life that actually move you. I don't necessarily have the highest hopes for this anime, and that's not to say it's going to absolutely decline, but this kind of anime isn't for everyone. It's for a niche group of people, and I don't think it will garner a large amount of attention like Jujutsu Kaisen or Tokyo Revengers. However, I still think it's worth talking about, as I enjoyed the first episode and this could even inspire the next mangaka. Who knows?